2019, I was a year deep in digital art, and I decided that the only way to progress from here was to somehow acquire a Cintiq 16. Everyone I looked up to used expensive displays and graphics tablets, so I assumed that to someday be like them, I must need to have the same pieces of equipment from the get-go. I was convinced, like many others around me at the time, that an expensive tablet would be the one thing that elevates my art. Not practice, not time, but a brand new Cintiq. I'm sure some of you know the feeling, that your art potential is somehow locked away through your limited use of specialized equipment and tools. I acknowledge that it does help to have these fancy tablets. I mean, there is a reason why they're so popular among both professionals and hobbyists alike. But art hardware is expensive and sometimes just out of range, especially for younger artists who are just starting out. Well, in today's video, I want to challenge some of these mindsets and talk through the realities of art growth and also some affordable alternatives to the revered Wacom range. Hey, they betrayed us first, alright? And make sure to stick around until the end to see how you can win a tablet from today's sponsor, XP Pen. I started digital art as a finger artist. I was an iPad kid, or a Samsung Tab 10.1a kid. Well, I was really interested in doing digital art as I loved watching speed paints on YouTube and already had a bit of experience drawing traditionally. I used this art program / social media site called Sony Sketch as my first ever digital art software. Unfortunately, I don't actually have any art from this era because they discontinued the entire app one day, deleting everyone's drawings in the process, which sucks. Come on, Sony, not cool. I do remember I made this one Madoka drawing though that I was really proud of, but all I have is the memories now. The only drawing I have saved from the finger artist era is this one. I made this on Autodesk Sketchbook and published it to DeviantArt, my first ever online art sharing account. One day, my dad brought home this laptop. It was an XPS 15 from 2012. Even at the time, it was almost 5 years old. But I didn't care. I could download stuff onto it, so it was time to kick into gear. I became a mouse artist, as the programs available on PC were of much higher quality. Medibang Paint Pro, Fire Alpaca, Cracked Paint Tool. So wait, this is when I started to understand layers a bit better, especially effects layers. Lots and lots of effects layers. Seriously, someone just tell her to stop. It was a little difficult to control my line art when I was using a mouse, and to be honest, I had an easier time just using my finger. But I needed those cool programs. So I survived using my mouse for quite a while, most of my artworks being left unfinished and unpublished. But I was refining my skills and definitely getting better. That's when I got my first graphics tablet. It was a very basic, small, secondhand Wacom Intuos Pro. My uncle won on an auction on eBay. It was about 100 Robux, which is around 60 Freedom dollars. I think so. Wait, let me double check that. Yeah. To be honest, having a dedicated piece of hardware, even as meager as it was, really helped my improvement. I started to draw more and more. I still used the same programs as I had done when I had my mouse, but I began to understand how to use them better. I drew when I had free time on my computer, and eventually I traded this tablet with my brother for free to get a slightly larger Intuos. I stuck with this $100 tablet for 5 years, and here's some of the things I created over that time. Despite not having a Cintiq, despite just having a laptop that was now approaching its 10th birthday, I made art. Unapologetically. Some of it was ugly, yes, but without this being dubious, we wouldn't have had this being edible. My first ever opportunity at a display was at the start of my senior schooling, when my auntie wanted to offer me a tablet of choice. I ended up getting the Samsung Tab S7. Best decision of my life. For a plethora of reasons. I think I need a whole other video to talk about how much I love this tablet and what you iPad users are missing out on over here. So on a little Android tablet that was not a Cintiq, I kept improving. This tablet came with 6 months of free Clip Studio Paint, long enough to last until I got my own bank card and job and could pay for the membership. I'd upgraded to the Tab S8 Ultra last year when I moved out for uni, and I've been using an Android tablet to draw ever since. I never got my Cintiq, but I still got the crazy improvement. I did this by practicing on what I had available to me at the time. which was ultimately enough because I know younger me would have been proud of how far we've come. However, some of you watching may be at the stage where you can afford to buy a display tablet to access some of these pro art programs with a pen on screen experience. Well, it turns out that there's no need to spend a boatful to fork out on pricey brands, as there are other tablets which offer the same, if not better quality for a lower price. Introducing the XP Pen Artist 15.6 Pro. I was sent this lovely display tablet by XP Pen to review and try out. So let's talk about this tablet and why I can honestly recommend it to you guys. Reason 1. Okay, the first thing you notice at the initial glance, but the price. Compared to my once idolized Cintiq, it is half the price at 600 Robux and around 400 Freedom dollars. And considering that this tablet brings to the table some other features that you wouldn't recognize at first, the choice between these two is a no-brainer, which is very convenient for me. The second reason is it comes with a stand in the box. I'm the sort of person when I get a new item and it's got some, you probably need this, but it's optional, I guess, thing, I usually go, nah, she'll be right. And then at the most critical moment, like when I drop my naked phone on the ground or my head falls off from looking straight down at a drawing display for 8 hours straight, I think, maybe I should have gone back and bought that thingy and then this wouldn't have happened. So the stand coming in the box saved me a whole deal of hassle and a whole lot of money. Like seriously, these things can get insanely pricey. Third reason, the side keys. At first, when I was looking on their website, I was like, wow, these side keys are so funny looking hanging out of the side. I need my sleek, bezel-less look. But now that I have used a display tablet and jabbed pathetically at the screen trying to undo and rotate these keys, essential. You got 8, which you can change around to do different things. But my personal favorite is this little spinning one right here because it allows me to zoom in and out of my canvas really easily. You can also program the little wheel and the buttons to do a bunch of other things too. Like my Control Z, you just know that's encrusted with finger sweat of me trying to get that one line right. The fourth reason is the pen and the feeling of drawing on this tablet. One of the reasons I never got an iPad is because the sensation of drawing on the screen just didn't feel right to me. It's something I really value in a drawing tablet. My Android tablet seemed miles ahead with its softer nib, but this display tablet, a completely different game. The screen has a bit of a matte texture without being grainy, so it doesn't feel like I'm drawing on glass anymore. There's also not too much parallax, which is cool. A combination of these things allows me to make my line work more precise, especially during animation. The pen is really nice to hold, but to be honest, I often find myself accidentally clicking the side buttons because I'm used to being able to hold my pen like a caveman when drawing on my Android tablet. But overall, the user experience of drawing on this screen feels like a small bonus, but it has a massive effect. So this tablet, it's pretty nice, but how does this stack up against my current situation with my big Android tablet? I don't think one is better than the other, more just different sides of the same coin, but I'd still recommend them differently. I'd say that if you value portability and are just happy with using one program to draw, go with an Android tablet. But if you want a bit more power, access to more programs, better pen experience, and a little more functionality with your PC, go with the display. But keep in mind that most display tablets aren't something that you can just take anywhere without a bit of a hassle. This particular one has a crazy lash of a cord, which has to go to like 3 different ports. And when it's actually set up, it takes a massive amount of desk space. I really enjoyed using the XP Pen Artist 15.6 Pro, and it will have a strong role in my art process moving forwards. So, here we are at the end of the video. That must mean you would like to win this lovely Deco L that XP Pen has so kindly decided to give out to one lucky winner. The link to join this raffle is in the description box below and will be drawn 3 weeks from now. So if you want a chance to win, click that link, fill out the form, and boom, you're in the draw. Simple as that. Winners will be contacted by email and announced on both my Instagram and community tab here on YouTube. Good luck to all entrants. So, the moral of the story is, draw with whatever you've got. Whether it be a graphics tablet, your finger on a phone, or just a stick in the sandpit. Also, don't be afraid to try an alternative to the brand you so revere, because it might pleasantly surprise you. You can improve your art without having the fanciest items, and you are by no means disqualified from creating amazing art if you don't have industry level hardware. All you need is time, patience, and determination. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.